I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't.
Happy Humber Wednesday. It has been hell week. It's been a very busy week. Probably look a little peaked right now. It's been a busy week. Did I mention it's been a busy week? It's been a pretty busy week. So I have a happy Homebrew Wednesday. I know I already said it once. I'll say it again. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I missed one. I missed several from 2016. So let me just throw another happy Homebrew Wednesday out there. Dropkick Nate. It's just I kegged it this morning at about 5:30. As soon as I woke up. It's been on about 30 psi for the day. So I unconnected the gas in and released some pressure so I could pour a beer and see how it's doing. Put some gelatin in this one so it'll clear out. It's got all the gunk in the bottom right now, but you know when you smell Dropkick Nate for the first time, it's something about I don't know if it's the mix of the grains or the hops, and I did change the yeast. I put Pacific Ale because they didn't have California Ale, and I changed one of the hops instead of Galaxy. I had to use, wasn't Challenger, was it? Maybe it was Challenger. Keep screwing it up. Amarillo. I used Amarillo instead of Galaxy, so didn't come out bad though. The dry hop worked really. God, you know, I think it's the grain bill or something allows the hops to really shine in this beer. But the bittering is like right where it needs to be. Wow. God, I love this beer. It's going to be really good on, I got a friend coming down Saturday, so it'll be sitting there on 30 psi. It'll get carbed up. It'll fine out. You know, the gelatin will take its toll. It's going to be a clear beer because when it was going in, it was really clear. Towards the bottom of the barrel, some of the gunk in the bottom worked its way up. I did have a couple of muslin bags on there on the end of the outflow of the auto siphon. But it's still, some of that stuff got in there, but the gelatin's going to sink it to the bottom. It's going to come out, and this is going to be, I mean, look at the color of that. It looks a lot like Bitch Session Pale, actually. But it's going to clear out. It's going to have that beautiful foam, and you can kind of see it now. You see that nice frothy head that it gets, and it's a really white head. I mean, as soon as this thing gets carved up and you pour it, it's going to be a nice thick foam. It's going to be frothy white. Just, you know, when I do my beers, for some reason they get really creamy, you know, small bubbles, and some people like that. I actually love the head that comes with this, and I think talking to Nate, I might know why that happens in this beer. So that is a technique that I'm going to start doing on pales and IPAs to see if I can replicate that. It has to do with the whirlpool, so see if I can do that. So first of all, I want to say to whoever that was that set up the BrewTube Facebook, very cool, very cool. Really cool place for us to do some more collaboration. And speaking of collaboration, actually I'll talk about that in a minute. But really cool channel. There's people from all over the world on that thing. It gives us a little bit better venue. I mean, because we all watch each other's videos on YouTube, but the BrewTube channel gives us a pretty good venue to share ideas, recipes, bullshit back and forth, whatever. So I'm really glad that we got that. There's one video in particular, somebody posted, it was his first video. I think he's been doing it a while now, but his first video, the guy went through like 40 something takes and he was cussing and, you know, it was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. You know, quality brew footage, even though there was no brewing involved. Very funny. You probably know the one. If you've looked at the BrewTube channel, you probably have seen it. But yeah, I'm starting to, you know, sub up to some new channels. I got so many videos now. I mean, you can't complain that you don't have any homebrew BrewTube videos to watch because there's so many people on there now. It's, you know, you got plenty to watch, so that's cool too. cheers to SJ. You know, you did some live streaming right before the Steelers game. I will say that was following the Cowboys-Packers game where, you know, much kudos to the Packers. They did a great job. That was a wonderful game between both the Cowboys and the Packers. But that Steelers game, that thing was terrible. That was like one of the worst games. I mean, the kicker is like a stud. When you got the kicker running downtown, like everyone's buying him drinks, you know that was a boring game. But anyway, Steelers made it through. They're going to be going up against the Patriots. SJ, I wish you luck. I don't see it happening, but I could be wrong. Brews. So this last weekend, I'll show a little bit of footage here at the end, so stay on, don't drop off. But I did a rebrew of. I took another recipe that I had called Remorseful Leprechaun. I kept the yeast and the hops the same, but I changed the grain bill. I probably had like Maris Otter or Pale Ale and some caramel crystal malts, but I changed it out and I went almost straight up Red X. I think it was about 80% Red X. I had about 2 pounds of Maris Otter, I believe, and a pound of Carapils, and the Irish ale. I think it's WLP 004. I want to say maybe 8. I can't remember, but it's the White Labs Irish ale, and hops. I think I did East Kent Goldings and Fuggles, some combination of that. So the IBUs will be around 23, 24. The color, you'll see when I show the brew footage, the color of that Red X. You know, someone was complaining in the homebrew supply store. I went back and told them, hey, I made the Irish Red. The color is beautiful. Some guy's like, I used Red X, and it wasn't, you know, dude. If you don't think that Red X makes a beautiful, brilliant red color of your beer, you know, I don't know. What do you want to throw in? Some freaking red artificial food coloring? I mean, that stuff is, not only is it an amazing color, but it's also, it smells really good. It tastes really good. I'm really excited to see this Irish Red ferment out, but it's called Remorseful Leprechaun. I was kind of tossing up. I could call it two pouch Irish Red, because I read some story that if you catch a leprechaun, he's got two bags of gold. One is fool's gold and one's real gold, and he tries to give you the fool's gold to escape or something like that. So I was going to call it 2 pouch ale, but that sounds kind of has other connotations. So I don't know. Maybe I will call it 2 pouch, but I kind of like Remorseful Leprechaun. But it's going to be a beautiful Remorseful Leprechaun. That color is amazing. So I can't wait to get that thing on tap and pour a beer and see how that thing comes out. Well, the Carapils, it should have a nice good head, and it's going to be, I think, final gravity. I came in at like 1060, 1061, something like that. So it'll be about a 5.9% beer. This beer, I think this. I have to go back and look at Beersmith. I put a little extra Maris Otter in the. That's right. I said I changed the yeast for the Dropkick Nate. I changed the dry hops because I didn't have any Galaxy. So I swapped out the Galaxy with I said it earlier. Man, it's been I mentioned it's been a long week with Amarillo on the dry hops. So still smells really good though. You know, if you got to change something out, I mean, changing Galaxy for Amarillo is not a bad choice. And I added some Maris Otter to boost up the gravity a little bit. God, what a drinkable beer! God damn, this is a good beer. Sorry, it's a really good beer though. So anyway, yeah, that's about all I got going this week. I've already wasted 9 minutes here, just kind of rambling. Look forward to seeing all your videos this week. Next week, I'm going to try to take some time and do some shout outs to some folks. I need to get some beer kegged. I got a couple of ESBs that I need to keg up because I got the Irish Red coming in. I had to take a ESB and put it, hopefully I did that, put it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to bottle that up and send that out to some of you guys, my Punch and Judy. Yeah. This is the year of brewing other people's recipes. So this is my first beer of the season, Dropkick Nate. What is it? January. What is the date today? 18th or 18th. Yeah, I brewed it on the, I want to say the 2nd. Yeah, I think I brewed it on the 2nd or 3rd. It was a couple of Mondays ago. So it's been about a little over 2 weeks. It's been going dry hop for 6 days, 1 day shy of what's recommended. So anyway, I'm rambling on. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Have a happy homebrew and have a very happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.
satin dress